When you go to the emergency room, the hospital has to figure out just how severe your condition is before they decide what to do with you. Now, someone with a sprained ankle isn't treated the same as somebody else who was in a severe car accident. And that process is called triage. And nobody in the hospital emergency room panics or gives up. They do the triage to figure out exactly who and what needs their attention first. And we're going to do the exact same thing in my CCR World History class this fall. Except that instead of your body, we're looking at your GPA, your classes, your target school, and all those details to see exactly how far you are from where you want to be. Now, yesterday I talked about building a bridge when there's a gap. But before you build a bridge, you have to know just how big the gap is. And that process is triage. Once you know your target career and your target school, you can compare the requirements to where you are right now. And you'll fall into one of 4 levels. Okay, level 1. You're already there. Your GPA is solid, your classes are done, and you are on track. No bridge necessary. You're already across the thing. And that's my goal for every single one of my students in my CCR class. Now, level 2, you're close. Maybe your GPA is a little low or you're missing a class or 2, but the fix is simple. You can take an AP class or an honors class to boost your GPA, or you can just add the missing class or classes. Either way, you're just 1 or 2 steps away from being across that little bridge. Now, level 3, the gap is real, but there's still time. I had a student tell me once that he wanted to be an electrical engineer and he wanted to go to Cal State Long Beach. We looked up the requirements and he needed years of physics and calculus and he hadn't taken either one. Now that's a real gap. But there's still time left, and so the plan is maybe summer school or dual enrollment or night classes or whatever it takes to catch up and stay the course. Now, level 4 is a little bit different. Now the gap is too big and there's not enough time, okay? Now you've got a decision to make. You can pivot to a different school, pivot to a different career path, or like we talked about yesterday, you can pivot to community college, where you reset and you transfer in later with a clean slate. Now, I know that level 4 can feel like the floor is dropping out from underneath you, but it's not the end, it's just the moment where the plan sort of changes. Now, none of these levels are bad. We're just gathering information. And once you know where you stand, you can plan your work and work your plan. And of course, in my CCR class, I'm going to be with you every step of the way. Binder checks, belt levels, check-ins, all that stuff until you can get all the way across that proverbial bridge at graduation, which, like I said, is my goal for every single one of my CCR students. And so now I've got one more community college story for you, and this time it's about me. I think a lot of students believe I went straight from high school to USC, and that couldn't be further from the truth. So tomorrow, I'm going to tell you exactly how I went from taking night school classes just to graduate high school to walking across the stage at USC with a 4.0.